Hola, buenos días. Okay, so we are in our last week. Wow, we already done. We finished week number 9. So this is what we learned in week number 9, the last one, unidad 6, lección 1. We are going to learn about pasado participio. All right, so you already know the vocabulario. So let's see what is pasado participio. Let me open my PowerPoint. Okay, so right here. So what's pasado participio? Well, pasado participio, they're adjective that can be formed from verbs, okay? Remember, adjectives are words that describe things and people. But here, we're talking about adjective or their verb that becomes an adjective. Let's see how we do that. So, first of all, when you're using a regular verb, okay, a regular verb, and the verb ends in AR, like cantar, then you're going to drop the AR and you're going to add ado, ado. If the verb ends in or ear, you drop it and you're going to add ido, okay? Like escribir, no, escribir is irregular in this case. Comer, comido. Recibir, recibido. And every time you have to use pasado participio, all right, which I already told you how to do pasado participio, is when you drop these endings and you add ido or ado, you must use the verb to be, which is estar. You don't use ser, you use estar. Pasado participio is estar plus the ado or ido. All right. So, so like I said before, remember pasado participio, que there are verbs, they act like adjective, okay? And they must agree in number and gender, okay? For example, here, cerrar means to close. Cerrar is a regular verb. And remember, what happened when the verb ends in AR, when you want to use pasado participio, what's the formula? You have to use estar, and you have to add ado and ido. In this case, the verb ends in AR. So you're going to drop it, and what you're going to add? Ado. So that will be cerrado. So, la oficina está cerrada. I'm describing the office. The office is closed. So again, you have to use the verb to be. The verb to be have to agree with whatever you're describing. And the second verb becomes an adjective, okay? The second verb have to agree in gender and number with whatever you're describing. So I know cerrar, the ending is ado, but because you're describing the office is feminine and is only one, so that will be ada, cerrada. So what happens if we say las oficinas in plural? So then están cerradas, okay? They have to agree number and gender. We have perder. Perder is to lose, right? Perder ends in ER. So what you do, you add ido. And again, and you have to agree number and gender or whatever you're describing, and you must have the verb estar. Nosotros estamos perdidos, okay? Nosotros, and then you conjugate the verb estar for nosotros, and perdidos because we're more than one, okay? So that will be idos. Okay, and you do the same thing. See, vestir is ido or ida, depending what you try to describe. So I'm describing Carmen. Carmen is a girl. That's a name for girls. So you have to use the verb to be, estar. And then, and then the second verb will be vestir, which becomes an adjective. You're describing Carmen, all right? So Carmen is well dressed today. Okay, so when you want to say a statement with a negative statement with the word no, that no have to be in front of star, okay? For example, the door is closed, right? La puerta está cerrada. So how about if you want to say the door, it's not closed? So you add the no in Spanish in front of start. La puerta no está cerrada. Okay, so cepillar is to brush, the same thing, su pelo está cepillado. All right, so I'm using the verb estar for the L form because I'm talking about hair, and cepillado, have to agree, cepillar becomes an adjective, and you have to agree number, gender, with whatever we describe, okay? And again, no, always go in front of the verb start. Do not place the no here because it won't make sense. Always in front of the verb. Okay, so now we're going to talk about when you are using pasado participio with reflexive. Remember, reflexive are all those verbs that ends in se. Bañarse, acostarse, cepillarse, secarse. So when you are using bañarse with reflexive, okay, be careful because that se goes away. And then you're going to have a bañar, bañar. So bañar, you got to do, bañar is regular, and you have to drop and add what? Ado or hadas, depend what you're describing. You have to agree with number and gender, and you must have the verb start. Okay? That would be bañado or bañada, depend what you're talking about. So again, you don't use no reflexive, no me, te, se, no reflexive. Those reflexives go away only with the pasado participio. All right? So I don't see examples about bañar. So let's say, okay, el perro, I can type here. El perro está bañado. All right? So I'm describing the dog. The dog is watched. Okay? So you have to use a star for conjugate for the dog, and then bañar, you drop and add ado because dog, perro, it's masculine. Okay? Also, right here, okay, you need to memorize all the irregulars, okay? When you use all those verbs, abrir, decir, descubrir, escribir, all these irregular, you cannot drop and add ido or ado. No, you cannot. This is the pasado participio. So, abrir would not be abrido. That's wrong. It's abierto o abiertas, depend what you're describing. Decir will be dicho. So this one you don't drop and add ido or ado. You don't because it will be wrong. This is the pasado participio for the irregular verb. Remember, all the irregular verbs are a little bit different than regular verb. Regular verb is easy because you drop and you add the endings, but irregular, the whole verb change pretty much. Okay, so here you have to memorize this group because you're going to be using this in the exam and the activities. Okay, so now let me see. I have some pictures here, which I believe I cover all this in my PowerPoint. Okay, yes. So this one again is a list of all the irregular, which I provide that list in my PowerPoint. And also is an explanation again about pasado participio, how those verbs, second verb becomes an adjective. Okay, all this is in my PowerPoint. They're just pictures. And then I believe I have another picture here. Let's see what it's about. This picture, okay. This picture is present perfect. Okay, this is another topic, okay? So here we are learning pasado participio and present perfect, okay? So here is the next topic. Present perfect right here. For present perfect, you must use the verb haber, okay? Haber. And how you conjugate haber in present tense. For in Spanish will be yo he, tú has, él ha, nosotros hemos, ellos han. Now, what is present perfect? What does that mean? Is to talk about events that have already happened or not, okay? So you use present perfect. Now, in English, we do the same thing. What will be the present perfect in English when you combine the verb have plus pasado participio? For example, I have done my homework. She has done her homework. he hasn't done his homework, okay? So again, it's have plus pasado participio in English. No had, have. And again, talk about when they have already happened or not. When I say I have done my homework, already happened, I have not done my homework, have not happened yet, okay? So in Spanish, we use the verb haber plus pasado participio. And we learn about pasado participio. Remember, the pasado participio is when you use regular verb and you drop it and you add ado or ido or ados, idos, depend what you're describing. But if you're using irregular verb, you must use, again, haber plus this one right here. All right? I do not want you to get confused with present perfect and the lesson we just learned in a couple minutes ago. All right, which is pasado participio is estar plus pasado participio is when you describing something, okay? And the second verb becomes a adjective. Here, present perfect, you are talking about events, okay? There are two different things. So here there are a bunch of examples. Ella ha ido a, or this one. Nunca he robado nada, okay? Nunca he robado, nunca ha robado. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Rosa nunca ha robado nada. So I have to use haber for Rosa, all right? And robar is irregular. So robar should, robado, I'm sorry, robado is regular. Regular, so you drop robar, the ending, and you're going to add ado and nada. So she has never stole anything. So we're talking about an event that never happened. Okay? So you have to be careful with traer, oír, and leer. They're very weird verb. Okay? So traer is to bring, oír is to listen, leer is to read, like it say here. Let's see what it says here. There is a writing accent over the I, like this one, okay? Traído, leído, and oído. You have to place an accent mark. In the past participle, the ends in air or ear verbs, okay? And the stem ends in A, E, or O, okay? So you must have the accent mark in the I, and okay, and then yeah, you add the ido, but you must have the accent mark on the I, okay? And this apply only for the verbs that ends in AR and ER. No, I'm sorry, AR and ER, not for the AR. So IR or ER, no AR, okay? Be careful. They're just those three verbs. That's it. That's just three verbs. Okay,